Hi everybody, it's Kate. Today I'm talking about another movie. I know it's crazy. So, I watched this slightly silly, attempting to be thought-provoking horror movie where a pair of pants come alive and kill people. I thought it was gonna be super stupid and it's just like the pants kill people, blah 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 blah. But it's basically a take on being unethical practices in fashion companies is wrong. And it's basically being hey, this company that's pretending to be super woke is being yeah, we support ethically sourced stuff and organic cotton and all this stuff because it's a clothing store called Canadian Cotton Clothers. So the CCC, I'm just gonna say it's the CCC. Let's get right into it. So our main character, her name is Libby. She just got hired. There's going to be this huge opening for these new pair of pants that fit to your body and scrunch. So it's think of a Spider-Man suit where it's just honestly I would hate this pair of pants because one, I love baggy pants, and two, the uncomfortability of having jean material so tight against your skin is the worst. I hate skinny jeans and I would hate these. So we meet her and then we meet a few people who are working because there's gonna be this Monday crazy sale with these new jeans and stuff, so they're getting really prepared. So they're basically staying all night the night before, and then an influencer is coming in the morning to try on the new jeans, and then after she leaves, then it's gonna be open to the public. Which it's I feel like you would film this way earlier, but they don't. She meets the store manager named Craig, and I'll be honest, I thought he was a security guard because he's watching the cameras like that monkey from Toy Story. That scary monkey from Toy Story. And I personally was okay, so then why does he care so much about the store? He's the store manager and he's super high focus. Obviously just a play on the retail world, but I was gosh, these characters are annoying. I know they're supposed to be, I know it's supposed to be a whole commentary on retail and clothing industry and all that stuff. So they have very big characters of people in that type of stuff, but it's okay, so do we have any likable characters? There's one likable character into the main character, and she's just dumb. No offense. No offense. So she starts working, and they're okay, so no one can touch these jeans. We have a certain amount of pairs. They only have 100 something pairs, and it's if this is the grand opening of this new, insanely coveted pair of pants where a style influencer is gonna come and visit and do stuff, I would suggest having more. You know what's crazy? One of the girls, her name is Gemma. She is kind of one of those people who, she's think of a stereotypical women be stupid, women be shopping character. That's her. I mean, she steals a pair of the jeans and tries them on, and she has the jeans on, and then she's oh, my period's starting, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and fix that. The jeans start constricting and cut her in half. I wasn't sure what I was expecting with this movie. I thought it was ooh, the jeans strangle people with their legs. These jeans eat people. They bite. So then someone else dies because they find the jeans that are no longer on the girl and is ooh, and kind of becomes entranced by them and is whoa, these are cool jeans. And she puts them on. She dies. The jeans fall off again. Craig is can you find them, Libby? The new hire, Libby, can you find them? We need people on the floor. Why would you hire someone the day before a huge event like this? You should hire them before so they can have proper training. But no, she doesn't get proper training. She goes, she signs all this stuff, and immediately starts working. So she goes, finds Gemma's body, and is and, okay, mind you, first of all, what I would do, start screaming immediately. And okay, so also, she's not to be too descriptive, because it is kind of ugh. She's sliced in half, right? Libby goes and tells Craig. Craig is she did that to herself.
I knew she was battling serious body issues, but it's just so sad that she couldn't reach out for help. So tragic.
If I was Libby, I'd be this man killed her. And you know what's worse? They're on lockdown because this famous influencer is coming, and they're on lockdown, so there is no cell reception. Which I'm what does that mean? No cell reception? Honey, you have phones in there. Call the police. And he's we don't want any bad press. We'll take care of it. So they put her body in the trash. And Libby does it. Diva, first of all, this is all on camera. Second of all, your cameras are all over it. You will be charged with disruption of a corpse, 1,000,000,000%. Even if they do find out that it's someone else who did it, it was the jeans. But I don't think that they think that jeans come alive. And, like, she's literally gonna be charged with accessory to the fact. Like, girl, you're gonna be the hat, glasses, and bag. Girl, you are getting accessory to the fact. This other guy goes down and finds another pair of pants, finds the pair of pants, gets murked, and then the store manager, Craig, finds him and is like, that's so crazy. That's so crazy. We're gonna just keep on trucking. It's fine. It's fine. Psycho. You psycho, bro. Libby finds the body of the third guy. Hey, I think we should really call the police. Craig is like, no, and knocks her unconscious so she can't tell anyone because the fashion influencer is here. The fashion influencer, she's like, look at these new jeans. Aren't they so cute? And then she gets killed. Hanged. It's on camera, so everyone starts freaking out. The jeans kill everybody. And then another one of the employees, her name is Shruti. She's listening to like a Bollywood song and she's like singing along to it, and the jeans start dancing to it. The jeans don't attack her because she's listening to Bollywood music and like singing out loud. Libby wakes up, sees the footage of this, and is like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. Libby finds Shruti. As they are like trying to escape, they meet up with Craig again. They're being like, girl, these pants are alive. And he's like, nuh-uh. And he just wants to save it because he wants to be the regional manager or whatever. It's like, babe, I appreciate that you want your job so much, but like you could work anywhere else where there are not jeans that go on massacres. You know, work at the Gap, you know? So then the jeans kind of go into a mannequin so that it has like a top half as well, and it gives itself a bindi with blood. And so this is when they recognize, they're like, oh my gosh, these possessed jeans have a connection to India. So then Libby's like, hey, how about you speak Indian to them? And the other girl, she's like, there are like a ton of languages in India, like I only know Hindi. Like, it's so funny because she's like, yeah, just like speak Indian. She's like, yeah, just like speak Indian to them.
You speak Indian, right?
There are over like 130 different languages in India.
You speak one of them.
So then she does speak Hindi, and the mannequin seems to understand, or the jeans seem to understand, and they start writing stuff out in blood on the wall. And they're asking questions like, how old are you? What's your name? They turn out that she's a 13-year-old girl who was murdered in an accident when she was picking cotton because she fell into like the giant churner thing, which is so crazy. And it's like this experimental cotton growing farm that's for the super stretch jeans. And it's like, you didn't think these were experimental? How do you think they have that technology? Girl, what do you think is in that? Microbots? Like Big Hero 6? So then Libby and Shruti like are like talking to Craig and being like, hey, like, did you know this? And they get really mad at Craig where it's like, he's not the manufacturer. He's not the owner of the company. He's like, and they're like, don't you have records for everyone who works for you? And it's like, does he have records for international farmers? Do you think a store manager of a certain store has that? They start talking to the jeans and are like, hey, like, we want to help you. We want to get your story out. Will you stop killing people if we tell your story? And it's like, girl, who's going to believe a pair of jeans? Craig is really upset, blasts it with a fire extinguisher and runs off. And it's like, relax. Like, I would not piss off these jeans. So then there's a bunch of commotion where they're trying to fight over the camera because they have all the footage of the jeans going crazy and stuff like this. Craig tries to get it, so he stabs Shruti, kills her. But he figures out that the memory card is missing, so then he goes and tries to get Libby. But then while they're fighting, a bunch of other jeans come and kill Craig, and Libby is stuck on the ground. She gets up right whenever the lockdown is over, and it's whenever Monday Madness is going to start. So she's trying to stop all the customers from coming in, because they're like, we want these jeans. And as they push in, we see Libby on the ground with the SIM card and then all the jeans around. So it's like, that's the end of the movie. It was so crazy. And, like, the ending, like, it makes sense because I want to leave it on, like, a cliffhanger. But I thought I was going to be, like, posting it and being like, CCC actually has horrible humane practices and stuff like that. Like, one of those, like, shittily done, like, news things. I was expecting it to be more of, like, a campy, silly story, but it had, like, kind of deep undertones that I didn't think were executed well. Like, obviously, I think there's a lot to say about unethical practices, especially in, like, fashion and, like, more fast fashion and just any fashion in general. Companies, because it's, like, there's cheaper production, they're probably going to take that option instead of going the ethical route. And I get that that is a very serious issue and I think that it should be talked about, but this just didn't feel like the right medium for it. Like, obviously you can make like a movie about like everything. Like, there are movies talking about like all the horrors of the world and it commentary on it, but it just like felt like it was like trying to be a slightly comedic slasher, but also have a serious message. And it can have both. Like, I think it did a fine job of it. It just like the impact wasn't there as much because of this less serious tone it had throughout the movie. Being like, oh my gosh, all these people suck. Oh, another funny thing, really quick. This girl got like 1 million views and only like a couple thousand likes, and I was like, can you imagine the ratio? Oh, it would hurt. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, because if you don't, a pair of jeans is gonna come and kill you, and it'll be awful. Okay, bye!